I think you're sweet.
Let's go.
Anyway, welcome everyone to another Tea with Timbsy. Welcome back. A new week, a new finger splint. Thank you very much. And the same guest, Jonathan Hosking. John Boy, how we doing?
Great.
Great. We're back again. First off, I know what you're thinking. Where are the special guests? They're coming. It's been a little delay, but still bringing you the
No one
content.
was thinking that. They were just looking at me and you and going, what have you been up to?
Another
boys?
week,
What are you doing other than eating Haribo giant? These are definitely your bag. You are very much.
Yeah.
If I go to the supermarket and get sort of caught, if I get caught out, then it's almost definitely a chocolate-based item. I was thinking this yesterday, are just a straight chewy man.
Sweet
you
tooth.
like
Yes.
you like a Tangfastic.
You've made me realise something because I didn't think about that. Yeah.
You are definitely a chew-based geezer.
I'm a chewy, sweet-based guy.
You know what as well?
That sounds really weird.
At the weekend, we had like a bag of like atomic
waste.
waste. One of the
Yeah.
boys had bought us some atomic waste and I was gagging when I put that in my mouth. I found it to be the most disgusting thing. So sour that like when I was going,
Yeah. Right. So,
and you were like, this is lovely, mate. And I was going,
No,
what?
no, I wasn't
You're
saying this was lovely. I'm saying I like the sour stuff, like Tangfastics, great.
They're great.
Toxic waste is like, I like the look. But this one was like, it was like toxic waste extreme.
I took it out. I put it on the side.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going to be a part of that.
They're not meant for long-term enjoyment.
Mm-mm.
But there are going to be some guests coming very soon. Mark Albrighton, Premier League winner, is coming on the show.
Mega.
We've also got...
That is mega.
Great. And he's such a good bloke.
What a perfect amount of time has passed since 2016. The dust has settled.
Yeah.
And you can get right stuck into the Premier League winning season.
With Sparky.
And just have a little chinwag.
Mm.
And he plays golf.
He does. Is that the last time you saw
He's
him?
a lovely bloke. Yeah.
Mad's golf.
Which is 18 months ago.
Yeah.
Nearly 18 months ago.
Yeah.
Mad.
But yeah, got him coming on the show, which is great. Henry Lansbury as well, ex-Arsenal player. He's
Very-
actually, I mean,
very
also
cool.
Villa, like he's been about, mate. And a really good bloke
But
as well.
those two together, Midlands, finished. Done. Completed it.
yeah.
Completed it.
Proper Midlands.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
did
Forest,
Forest,
innit?
yeah.
Forest, yeah.
And Villa and Leicester.
Also, I am dressed like a golfer.
Well, I kind of feel like you've done your finger and you're missing golf. So you
Yeah.
put your golf clobber on to just kind of like feel a little bit at home.
Yeah.
And he's been wandering around the flat doing like golf postures and motions and kind of like signaling stuff. And he even got his rangefinder out and had a little look through the rangefinder because he's just getting a bit.
How far is the end of the living room?
Yeah, because he's getting a bit
I'm getting a bit
angsty
antsy
about not being able to do stuff. It's a much easier fitting that you've now got done. You've got a bespoke finger splint.
Yeah.
And it looks good.
Still a long way from playing golf.
Great.
Which is a shame.
That's
But
okay.
I'm dressed like a golfer because
You'll be back for the season though.
I'll be back for when Rory's winning the Masters, mate. I'm fully... Obviously, Rory won the Players, which we watched every little bit of it. Top. It was amazing. And I am... Look, every year I go into the golf season fully on the Rory McIlroy train. This year, I'm driving the train.
I believe
The train...
I feel it as well.
It's full steam ahead. I've put so many coals into the engine and I'm just stoking it up.
Yeah, you are. I feel it. You are.
I feel it.
You rushed back from your appointment at the finger place.
The hospital.
Yeah. On Monday in order to make it back here for the playoff.
Yeah.
Because the Players' Championship, if you haven't been following the golf, went to a playoff. And then we had everything lined up to watch the full 18 on the Sunday and go straight into the playoff. And then obviously it dawned on us. We were like, surely the sun's going to go down. How are they going to get the playoff in? They had to come back on the Monday for 3 holes.
Crazy.
Mentally, can you imagine it? Crazy stuff.
Obviously, they always play on a weekend, but I feel like the normal everyday worker equivalent is working on a weekend. You do your 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and then they say, you haven't quite finished this off. You're going to have to come in tomorrow, Saturday, 10 a.m. to do at least 3 more holes or 3 more
jobs,
invoices, documents, and then you can go home. So that's what happened. So they came back on the Monday, and Rory took the dub, and now I'm so gassed for the season.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it.
I
I'm very much Team Rory. I feel like there's a few others who I quite like, but
Yeah,
But
it's no. There are
in
plenty of people.
general,
There are
I would
plenty of
like
lads.
to see him do it.
There are
I would
plenty
like
of
to
lads.
see him turn up and win a major.
It's just it's Rory or nothing, really.
I also feel like now I really like him.
Why did you not like him before?
I didn't not.
I've always
I didn't,
loved him.
I didn't dislike him, but now I think I look at him and I go, I think he might be a bit of a geezer. I think he might be a bit of like one of the lads.
He's
I think
the
he'd be
boy.
great to be on
He's
two
the
with
boy.
Timbsy, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah,
Whereas
for
in
sure.
the past, I probably would have gone, yeah, take it or leave it.
Oh, I
Whereas
see what
now
you
I'm
mean.
like, yeah, I back you now. I back you.
You know what? I would agree with the fact that I feel like in the last few years, because I think there is a feeling that he's getting closer and he's matured even more. I think he's filled those boots a little bit more, even though he hasn't won as much in terms of majors. He's filled the, oh my God, you're the next Tiger Woods boots a little bit more, just in terms of he's walking, his shoulders are back. And he's just like, no, I don't care what anyone says. I am the boy.
$4 million will do that.
Yeah,
You just
four mil will do that. And obviously,
also, he's been in the top 10 for what, 15 years? You were telling me that he's been in the top 10 for like one of the longest ever.
yeah. I mean,
Put some respect on the
the
name,
consistency is remarkable because you see with all of these like unbelievable players in the world that reach number one, like Luke Donald reached world number one after a few years. It's just he's a normal player now. Jason Day, boom, normal player now. Brooks Koepka, but every single one is just not flash in the pan, but it's super hard to stay right.
So
at the
competitive,
top.
yeah.
And obviously, Scotty Scheffler is an alien, but aside from that, Rory is just missed consistency.
Yeah.
And I just, as I said before, I am so all in. If I'm at the casino, I am all in on Rory to win a major again, to break his duck.
I'm with you. You like what I've got going on here?
Yeah, it's nice.
I was on tea with Timbsy a couple of weeks ago. And you never guess what happened. We ran out of tea.
Yeah. Hey, you'll be surprised how much that happens.
I said to myself,
Thanks, mate.
never again.
Never
Want to see
again.
something else quite cool? Is that a bit strong for you? Don't worry about it, mate. I've got a bit of milk down here. There you go. I'm not getting up.
Here's one I made earlier.
Yeah, I'm not getting up. Would you have been good on Blue Peter? You would have been good on Blue Peter. I don't watch children's television now, so I don't know how big Blue Peter was.
You're saying that.
Yeah.
You're saying that as if I do.
No, but I'm saying that. I'm saying that like I'm not really across what's big and busy on children's television. But when we were kids, Blue Peter was massive, mate.
Blue Peter, Art Attack. Art Attack is very you.
Art Attack was me, but I did feel that, what was his name? Buchanan?
Yeah, Neil Buchanan.
Neil Buchanan. Legend.
Legend.
But I did feel at the time with Blue Peter, I thought to myself, this would be an incredible job. And do you remember they had these big casting calls when they used to do new presenters?
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, this would be an incredible job. And then every once in a while, just when you thought to yourself, that would be like the ideal job, they've got them on the top of a really tall building and they're like paragliding off it or like abseiling off it. And I just used to go,
No, that'll be all right.
I don't really like heights, mate.
Okay. Well, that aside.
I don't really like heights. And I'd be like, now I know I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But you, your languages,
yeah,
they
but
would
I
have
don't know.
eaten you up.
It was great post school viewing. I feel like for a lot of people, there was a standard routine that when you got back from school, you selected between BBC One, BBC Two, and Channel 4, maybe Channel 5. Those 3-4 channels were where you were going to be for the next 3 hours from when you got home from school. Because you get home...
Up to a certain age, yeah.
Up to a certain age, obviously, yeah. Not now.
Yeah?
You get back, Arthur.
Interesting.
Because that was
really
one of the
for
first...
me, but...
No, but then
yeah.
what time was that? That was like... I think that was like 4.
I used to quite like Countdown.
Countdown was great.
That might be a bit later.
But then there was obviously The Simpsons, Fresh Prince.
That was 6.
That was 6. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Was that after The Simpsons?
I think it was was it after or before?
Simpsons switched to Channel 4 at one
Simpsons
stage.
went to Channel 4.
If any of our viewers are borderline the exact age that we are, then they're sat there going, "Oh God, what an era!"
We'll come back to golf because golf's great, and we've actually been watching a lot of it. But first of all, it's sunny now, so I feel like that a lot of our problems kind of dissolve when there's a bit of sun.
We made it.
Finally,
we made it. It was a long winter.
It really was.
Well, for me, I kind of took a holiday at the end of it, but we're through now. Clock's changing.
You'd hope.
Clock's changed in 10 days' time.
I think that's when it's done.
Clock's changed. No, today's when it's done. It has to be done because today we sat on a roundabout, effectively, at a coffee shop in the sun, and we were there tanning. We were tanning.
But we've made it though.
Yeah, I feel like we've made it.
Yeah. It's been a real.
I feel
Been a
we've
real
made
long
it.
stint.
Yeah.
But we're there.
I feel good. I feel great. Yeah.
Mm.
Basically, mate, just gearing up for the quarterfinal of the FA Cup.
Oh yeah.
Fulham away.
Big for you.
Weekend after next. It's kind of huge.
It's funny how you
It
kind of
could, like-
care or don't care about competitions if your team is or isn't in it.
It'll be lovely to have another run in that competition, and it'll be really nice.
It'll be nice to get to Wembley.
We've had some good years in that competition. We've either done really, really well or really, really poorly, and I just feel like it would be lovely for us to go and do something. Yeah, the Pards thing. Yeah,
The Pardew dance will never
still
ever
not over
die.
that. Still not over that.
That will never ever die.
But we also lost to under Vieira. We lost to Chelsea in the semi-final. I think 2022, perhaps. You know, you spent enough time around me, and you've been to Selhurst with me. It would be so great.
It would be great
For me, if we went and did something,
for sure.
you know.
Because getting to Wembley is
No, but I mean the final.
No,
I
I know.
But the semi-final's there as well.
No, I know, which does take the sheen off it a tiny
Get
bit.
me
but
to the final.
the final,
Right, Timbsy, and just
for me, as an Arsenal fan, it meant so much. Every single FA Cup we won, apart from the one we won against Aston Villa, where it was just we knew we were going to win and it was rubbish, right? That one aside, it's unbelievable winning the FA Cup. You're going to Wembley, you're lifting it there, you're like, this is incredible. What a day. It's always sunny, as you say as well. So for you, with Crystal Palace, I can't fathom how ecstatic and deliriously happy you'd be.
We've only got to win 3 games, mate, and it's ours.
What was the last trophy that Palace won?
It's a cup competition.
Were you
a
alive?
domestic cup competition that doesn't exist anymore.
So did you exist at the time?
I existed at the
You
time.
did? Okay,
Yeah.
you did exist.
It was 1991.
Oh, so I wasn't born.
Pre-
I didn't
pre
exist.
you.
I didn't exist.
And it was the Zenit Data Systems Cup. And I'm pretty sure it's still in our clubhouse now, in the trophy cabinet,
Class.
along with very little else.
So where would that rank in terms of, is it not as big as an FA Cup, bigger than the League Cup?
It's not bigger than the League Cup. I think it's akin to a top tier Johnson's Paint Trophy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which,
all right. I mean, that's
yeah.
fine. You can't shrug your shoulders at a JPT.
But yeah, 1991.
If you finally, you got over that last hurdle, what would you do? Would you get a tattoo? If you were going to get a tattoo at any point in your life, would it be?
My first thought was no, obviously not. And then I thought, it's quite cool. And then I thought, nah.
No.
No, I wouldn't. No. Because what would I get? What would I get? The FA Cup. A picture of the FA Cup. The thing is, the FA Cup's never going to change.
You know, some people get the tattoos of the scorers. The scorers in the minutes.
The old Teletext logo.
Mate, imagine you just get Eze 91. And then Mark Gray 90 plus 3.
That's nice.
And you win 2-1.
That's a nice touch.
Like, that is nice.
What I would say is I think I need 10 tattoos before getting that as my 11th. I can't get my first tattoo as us winning the FA Cup.
I think you've got it totally wrong. I think that's exactly what you should get for your first ever tattoo. If you win the FA Cup, you haven't won a trophy since I've been alive, mate. You need to do something big if you win.
Yeah, I will do something big.
What will you do?
I don't think you'll see me for a while. I think I'll just live in it.
Live where, though?
Just in the cup, in the moment.
cup.
In the moment. Just stay in Wembley for ages.
Just Wembley Way. Just be about Wembley Way.
Yeah, and then just kind of like lurk around Selhurst Park for a while as well.
I'll probably
and just kind of just soak it all in.
Yeah, I think it will be like a good 2-3 day.
Yeah. And then I'd write it all down in a memoir.
And then get that memoir tattooed on.
No, just so I can show my children in the
that's
future.
Nice. Yeah.
That's not what I'd do, but yeah.
Here's my week at Wembley, children.
Yeah.
So it started 4 days before the final.
Sit around. Daddy's going to tell the FA Cup story again. Sit still.
Oh,
so that's what will happen that's what will happen if we win.
Yeah.
I'll be unbearable.
In other news,
fire away.
International break.
Yeah.
Often seen as like the lull in the season, but it's always fun watching the boys arrive at St. George's Park.
Yeah.
The arrivals videos are hilarious.
Yeah, they're great.
Because it's become such a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe before 2020, just wasn't a thing. It
No.
was, but nowhere near to the extent. Now, you've got, obviously, the YouTube video that everyone watches and I very much enjoy, of all the boys arriving to St. George's Park. But then you've got Instagram accounts and other YouTube videos of, but have you seen the French squad arrive? Look how drippy they are. And look at their fashion. And now it's just like one big competition. And I love it.
If it was like 1998, Glenn Hoddle was about to sort out the squad on England duty.
You know what?
And Alan Shearer rocked up in a car. If when he got out the car, there was a whole film crew there waiting for him, he'd go, "What is going on here?
Yeah.
What are you doing here? And why? Get away from me. What's happened? Have I done something wrong?" Now, when they get out, they're hounded. Gets out of the car. What did you have for breakfast? Some of them have got a suitcase. Some of them have got a roller. Some of them just got a little bag.
The club shop bag.
Everyone's
The club shop bag
got a goyard.
Yeah, everyone's
got a goyard.
Yeah.
Some of them have got a club shop bag.
I always like the
string
club
bag.
shop, though. The
String
club shop
bag.
bag's nice.
Like the little string shoulder bag.
See-through.
Yeah, see-through. What's in there? Just a few bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see what it is. It's 3 pairs of foot boots and 2 pairs of shin pads.
And then some of them even roll in like a PlayStation.
Say we'd been called up to England, right?
That's
Massive.
a tattoo.
Massive.
I
Do you
get
reckon that would?
I'll get a tattoo for that. Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
If we were called up,
And we both get in, right?
we both get in at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone to you the night before we arrived for the first time at St. George's Park. I've already been there. So has he.
Went together as well.
And I ring him and I'm like, "John boy, what are you wearing tomorrow? What are we wearing for the first time? Say right, you play for Palace, I play for Arsenal. What are you wearing? Because you want to make an impression, but also not be too much on your first day. So what are you wearing?
I think I'll wear just some black jeans and a black zip up with a black cap.
Like a hitman?
No.
Wait, what hitman wears black jeans?
Have we called up the jackal? No, just try and keep it real. If you're not turning up if you're not turning up in your pre-existing England tracksuit that you got from the last time that you were at the camp, then you need to just rock up, keep yourself to yourself. We're not, I don't want any fanfare. I just want to sneak into the background. When they ask me what I had for breakfast, I'll say, "Little granola bar, thanks very much. Cheers for the welcome." Yeah. And I just sneak in the back door.
Excited to be here, see ya.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Imagine, as you say, it's like if you haven't been to an England camp before, you haven't got the stash. Imagine you bought an England top.
Specifically for the arrival.
England kit, the
For the arrival.
with whatever number you wanted on it. So then you arrive and you're like, "Ah!"
Tattoo, have a look at that. Still healing, that is. Yeah, it's a little bit inflamed.
0 caps, but I'm in the squad.
What's that one next to it? That's when we made the FA Cup final.
Because you want to make an impression, but equally, yeah,
I think you'd go
don't
in
want
a full golf outfit.
Yeah, I'll go full JL.
I just done a cheeky 9 actually on the way over.
I actually came up last night, but I just thought I'd sneak in a little 9 this morning. I think I'll go just some nice pants, nice like trousers. Not nice pants, but you know what I mean. No, some nice trousers.
I think I'd get really nice underwear, right?
It's like Uniqlo. They just make some nice trousers. So I'll just wear some nice Uniqlo trousers. Keep it real simple. Maybe a nice subtle designer tee.
Sliders?
Nah, sliders a bit too comfortable. Because I still
I'm
feel
going
like
straight. Maybe I'll go straight in, part of the furniture, take my Uggs with me, and just roll straight in and go. No,
because
I'm here for a while, lads. Let me tell you, I'm going to get my feet under the table.
That's fine. You bring them, but in the suitcase. I want to portray on my first day as like, I'm here to be professional. I'm here for business. I want to represent England. Let's go. And it can still, a pair of trainers is fine, but I just feel like maybe some slip-ons or whatever. It's just not quite the message that I want to send to Thomas Tuchel. No frills, but equally it's like, it looks nice.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah, because it's on television.
We're getting
TV,
the
content. We're going to find you. We're going to have a look at what you're wearing.
Yeah.
It's
and
everywhere.
also people are going to be weighing up, look at the France squad. Look at what they've... To be fair, did you see the France squad?
Yeah, but
they come out so drippy.
But they don't have to turn up in a tracksuit.
They don't. And if anything, I think it's frowned upon. They're there going, lads, I know people think that this is International Week. It's not. This is Paris Fashion Week. Come in your best, please, boys.
See, now, if that was me and I'd made the French squad, I would intentionally dress down.
So what would you do? Oh, yeah, because that is
I would just wear
a la mode.
A white vest with just a basic tracksuit bottom and a string bag and some slippers.
Yeah,
Everyone else is looking drippy and I'm rolling in looking like a
if you did that in England,
comic book
you'd be like,
geezer.
What are you doing? You do it in France, you're going, c'est le swag là. That's all you need to know. So that's swag that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got that now.
French people are obsessed with the word swag.
Swag.
I don't know how we got here off the back of France's arrival videos, but
languages.
They do arrive great though. Like they come looking. Some of it is a bit too much, but they're out there. They're expressing themselves, which I feel like.
Can you imagine the
entitled to do.
burden? It's like what I was saying about the Oscars. It's like
a
you
lot
get
to think
called up
about.
to the French squad and you're like, oh, I've got to get so much fresh drip just to arrive in Le Swag.
Yeah,
This is moving.
exactly.
This is crazy.
Look, if for them it works. I just feel like it's not the right fit. Us English lot, we're just a bit like, you do your thing, you're fine. You just get on in there. Get on in there.
Dan
lad.
Burn,
Head
just
down, get
tracksuit,
on in there.
bang,
Bath.
let's go.
Exactly.
He looks so much bigger now that he's called up to the England team.
Yeah, because he's massive.
He's really big, but maybe he plays in amongst loads of other big people at Newcastle. For whatever reason, in all the footage, in all the clips of him arriving, of him in training, of him in interviews, he looks vast. He looks huge. In his one-on-one interviews in the actual press room, his shoulders are outside the width of the camera shot.
Yeah, he is massive.
He's huge.
Because him and Myles Lewis-Skelly were just like next to each other. Myles isn't a small geezer. Like, he's quite a well-built. He's maybe not the tallest, but he's not small.
I don't know who's going to take our corners, Timbsy. There's a part of me that just wants to see us go straight up, set piece kings.
Yeah.
Play 5 at the back, big Dan Burn,
Yeah.
and just have him hit it every time.
On corners,
just
you're
hoist it up.
Just hoist it up.
Go bang.
Right in the middle of the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. Right in between those.
That driving, drifting corner, you know?
Arriving on is Dan Burn.
Bang!
Yeah.
That kind of would get me moving.
Yeah.
And I think we've got Albania and Latvia, but it would be nice to see both of them put to the sword.
Great time to experiment.
Imagine if Burn comes away with like 3 goals from corners over these next 2 times.
And then 1 assist, a flick on.
It would be great.
It would be great. Did you see Scotty Scheffler's Champions Dinner for the Masters?
No.
Did you see it got leaked? Well,
so
it didn't get leaked.
The champion picks the dinner for the following year.
Yeah.
And he picks who has.
What past Masters champions. So basically before the Masters, there's a champions dinner.
Yeah.
So all the previous winners get together.
How many are there that are alive right now? Though? It must be like 50, surely.
No, I think less.
Really?
Anyway, there's
Tiger's won it 5 times, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's double invited. He's quintuple invited. He's allowed.
There.
He's allowed to have what's not on the menu.
He has a dessert.
The winner from the previous year decides what the champions dinner is going to be the next year. So we're at that time, and Scotty has basically the Masters or Augusta announce what the champion has chosen. It's all right.
Okay, starter.
I've got the list. Just try and guess.
Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah. What would Scotty Scheffler... So it starts with appetizers.
I think he's probably going for a bruschetta starter.
Okay.
You've already confirmed that's wrong.
It's wrong.
I think he's probably a straight up like quarter pounder burger kind of geezer.
Okay, great. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
So there are 3 appetizers, right?
How many courses are in this dinner?
So it's appetizers, first course, main course, dessert.
So he's gone with a burger for the main. I reckon for appetizers
has he?
I reckon for appetizers he's gone for little sliders.
Yeah.
Has he actually?
Cheeseburger sliders.
Cheeseburger sliders
So
for the appetizers.
okay.
Nice.
So burrata, absolutely not. There's 2 more appetizers.
I said bruschetta, but you've already confirmed that it's not burrata.
Or bruschetta.
Okay. Is there any Italian dishes at all?
No.
No? Okay, cool. So he's gone for cheeseburger.
Yes. Yes.
So he's gone for cheeseburger sliders.
I'll give you a hint about all of it.
The thing about cheeseburger sliders for
for
your appetizer, you can turn your nose up at that, but it's top.
It's great.
It's top
It's
draw.
great. I don't think you can.
It's just like you see it on the menu, you go, all right, you trying to tell me that if you're floating around at this sort of like early evening at a wedding and a geezer rolls by you with a cheeseburger slider, you trying to tell me that Michael Timms isn't getting stuck straight into that?
It's a mouthful.
Mate, I've been next to you when you've gone, oh, go on then.
I swallow
You
it.
go, oh, go on then.
Yeah.
And then you do the perfect thing that everyone does. You replicate the exact same response for the next 3 cheeseburger sliders. You take all the, go on then, I'll have another one. And before you know it, you've done the same expression to 3 different waiters.
So they have no idea. They have no idea.
And you go, go on then, as if they care.
Yeah.
If they care.
As well, I was like, I've got these little running rings. They have no clue.
Yeah.
Mate.
So he's got cheeseburger sliders. Then what's he got for starter?
No, so he's got just 3 appetizers and then he's got a first course, then a main course. So one of the 3 appetizers is, yes, cheeseburger sliders.
Has he catered for pescatarians?
Yes.
Fish tacos?
All close. Firecracker shrimp.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So shrimp, sweet Thai chili, and sriracha mayo. Great.
Again, no one's complaining.
I'm not complaining at
No
all,
one's
and I'm not even there. And then the last one, it is Italian
For the main.
for the appetizers. Bites.
Arancini.
Ooh, I don't know if I can give it to you, but I'll just tell you because you're along the lines. Meatball and ravioli bites.
Meatball and ravioli bites.
Lovely.
It's all very like...
It's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
It's,
Like,
you're not gonna be hungry come Friday. So that's just the appetizers.
Okay.
First course, Texas style chili, cheddar cheese, jalapenos, corn chips. Again, can't complain.
This is some feeding, by the way.
It's great. Main course, you have a choice of wood-fired cowboy ribeye or blackened redfish with some family-style macaroni and cheese, jalapeno creamed corn, soy-glazed Brussels sprouts, chipotle lime roasted sweet potatoes.
Do you know what's abundantly clear? This geezer would have loved Bodine's. Remember Bodine's?
Yeah.
It's a Scottish Scheffler would have wandered into Bodine's and gone, what? Look at this place. You trying? What's he gone for dessert?
Dessert.
Ice cream. Definitely.
It is the humble warm chocolate chip skillet cookie with vanilla bean ice cream. It's a lot, but you're not left wanting. Any of the players, they're going, you know what, Scotty, I'm on the uncomfortable side of full right now, but it was great grub, and I thank you for it.
I cannot wait for the Masters. Clear my diary now. I'm watching every minute of it. I can't wait. You know what you can't wait for, and I can't wait for?
What?
The coverage.
Oh, it's so good.
The air is thick with anticipation. Yeah. Ahead of this, the 152nd U.S. Masters here from Augusta National.
It's great. That was very good.
And you're there going...
You're there just like lying in. It's a beautiful day outside, and you're there just going, this is going to be class for the next 8 hours.
First bit of summer sun outside, is it? Yeah, it's great.
If we were to go, because obviously there's Ryder Cup this year, if you had to go to one, what would you go to?
Ryder Cup, Bethpage.
If you went, right? So bear in mind, it's 3 days.
Do you know what I will say is, I'll jump back in here. I think it will be difficult to be there amongst such a partisan crowd.
It will be difficult, but then that's part of the joy, though.
Of course, but they get your hackles up for the whole weekend. Guys.
Yeah, but then that's why you need to come fighting, mate. You need to cut, and you need to come with a few mates, and you're just going, whatever happens, lads, we just got to give it 24/7. I think you just need to be up for war. Yeah. Because it's a war on the golf course. Yeah. So you need to represent for Europe off the golf course.
Yeah.
Not in the streets, but I'm just saying around, in and around the rough and the walkways of the golf course. We're not
physically fighting, but we're verbally fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're representing Europe, so.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
It would be tough.
It would be very tough.
And doing it in a New York audience as well.
Also, being the underdog.
It's going to be heavy.
Being the underdog does fire something in you where you're going, let's fucking go.
Yeah. I used to love playing football as the massive underdog. I
hated it.
I used to love...
Because we always lost.
I used to love being the underdog in football. There's nothing better than going and getting a result away from home. Little 1-0.
I get it. It would be tough.
In the trenches, just there.
See, look, that could be you in New York. Just there going, you know what? I'm surrounded. I'm 200 to 1 here, Americans to Europeans.
No, I would love to be there.
I could start some shit.
Because it doesn't happen that often. Like in the future, you might. In the future.
I could start some shit right now that I am totally
I've been training
not.
For this for 6 months.
I am not equipped to deal with the possible repercussions of this.
Lads, are you not ready? Because we're about to go out and do this.
What are you doing? I'm fucking going for it. Asking you. Oh, God, he's going for it. He's running on the course. He's rugby tackled Scheffler. He's just taken Scheffler out. He's 2 foot tackled.
Oh, he's done him.
He's done him. He's just scraped down the shins of Scheffler.
He's taking this one step too far. Yeah. No.
Oh, God, he's showing off his FA Cup tattoos. If you went for all 3 days, though,
it would cost me £50,000.
Yeah. Like, what do you wear? Would you go like, I'm putting my, as if I'm playing around, I'm going to wear my best shoes and my best trousers and my best clobber and a proper hat and maybe even a spare glove in the back pocket? Or are you just going, I'm just going in some nice trousers and a normal jumper and, you know what I mean?
No. I'm trying to get together a group of 4.
Yeah.
Where we go dressed as the Beatles. And I
don't mind.
And I'll take John Lennon with the glasses.
Yeah.
You can take Ringo Starr.
What's the Beatles connection to golf?
There isn't one, mate.
Okay.
Don't think there
All
is. I don't even think any of them played.
Moving on from golf though, because that was a lot of golf. Outside of that, we've been watching TV. Woof. Adolescence is ridiculous. Like, I think a lot of people have heard about it. Me and you, by the way,
Yeah.
we've been long-term Stephen Graham fans.
We are.
He is one of the GOATs of
What
British
do people call fans
cinema,
now?
TV.
Stands.
I'm not saying stands.
I've always thought he is incredible.
He's unbelievable.
He turns up and he just delivers. He's great in everything he's ever been in.
Yeah.
Even like The Irishman.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Incredible.
Snatch back in the day.
Yeah. Boiling Point.
Great.
Fucking,
Boiling Point.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Gangs of New York. Unreal.
He's
all of it. Is so consistent.
His filmography
and
is a
he
joke.
is so versatile.
Yeah.
And yet he is, when he's stripped back to just a really raw character, like in Adolescence, he is incredible.
Yeah. And obviously, like, exec produced it
like,
as well. Like,
exec produced it. You know, no one steals the show in that because every performance is so incredible.
It's immaculate.
Every performance is
faultless.
If you haven't seen it yet,
yeah,
the performances.
Oh, it's crazy.
The 13-year-old boy.
Yeah, mad. So if you didn't know, anyone watching or listening, Adolescence, basically taking a look at a teenage boy in the UK who commits a horrible crime and basically looks at it's not a, as Stephen Graham says, it's not a who did it, it's a why did they do it? And it's spread over 4 episodes, and all 4 episodes are one take, and they're all at least like 50 minutes long. The subject matter is like really heavy, but obviously like very important. The cinematography is one of the best things I've ever seen. Like that,
you think that they would lose levels of kind of intensity and poetry with regards to things like lighting because they're only coming through with one lens?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You think because it's only in one shot,
angle.
You think it's one shot, so you're like, they might, you know, it might then compromise other things. But there's the intensity of it staying with one shot all the way through. And then what they do with lighting whilst they're moving is unbelievable. It's incredible. And so you're watching it and you've got so many different layers of appreciation for what it is. You've got all of the acting performances. You've got kind of like
the storyline itself.
The storyline is amazing. But also you think to yourself, how is this being filmed? When they latch onto cars, when they come through into cars, when they break out of rooms, when they go through windows, you think to yourself, how is this possible? And then at once it goes and flies over the town. What in one take?
It's
flawless. Mate, it's amazing. It's an amazing
It's one of
series.
the most unbelievable but also like impressive pieces of TV I've ever seen. Also, something that came to mind today, right, is that easy peelers, yeah?
Yeah. Like a Satsuma.
It should be under the Trade Subscription Act. It's not accurate.
I don't think they would do well if they called it a difficult peeler.
No, but it would be more accurate than easy peeler.
You struggling?
I'm struggling at the moment, right? If there's one thing I don't like is foods that lie.
Okay.
Easy peelers have taken the piss out of my little finger, my big finger.
I can feel that. Yeah. Next time I'm near and you need your Satsuma unpeeled, are you suggesting that I might even struggle with our easy peelers?
Yeah, mate.
Do you know what?
Saying
you know what?
Broken finger aside.
I think something that you and I differ on that I'm going to air with you right now.
Oh, no. Okay.
Satsumas / easy peelers.
Yeah.
They must be kept in the fridge.
Really? You
1000%.
always use fridge. Okay.
And you take them out and put them on the side.
Sorry.
And I put them in the fridge. And then they make their way back onto the side. No wonder you're struggling with them.
Is this our first tip?
Because if you keep them in this fridge, they stay a bit more stiff so you can break the top open. But the inside juices when you've kept them in the fridge, Timbsy.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's
beautiful.
You know what? I'll hold my hands up and go, that's my
I
that's
think
my
they
bad.
stay a bit more plump in
the
fridge.
Interesting.
And I would also say, basically, that you want to get inside the top bit, peel that off, and then do the best you can to create an elephant head. That's how they should be peeled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
You're
I used
trying
to
to say
do.
you can't.
That's what I used to do all the time when easy peelers were easy peelers.
You think the easy peelers have changed?
For sure.
Do you think easy peelers have been so popular that they've started to kind of just brandish that name onto other Satsumas or
peelers,
tangerines?
Maybe they have.
And they've gone, quick, label these easy peelers, otherwise we won't sell them.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're not actually that easy to peel.
They're not. I remember easy peelers. I'm a big fan of genuine easy peelers that are easy to peel. Because the best thing, 100%, you dip in from the top, boom, a straight line down, which is the trunk of the elephant, and then the two ears that you pull away.
Or a coil.
Right? That has forever, throughout my life, been the way to peel an easy peeler.
Yeah, you're struggling.
No chance nowadays. And it's not to do with my broken finger. Those easy peelers are miles off it, mate. I'm fuming.
What would you put on the menu if you had won the Masters?
I would go with, for my Champions Dinner appetizer, I would go with steak tartare. I know it's not an appetizer. It's a first course, isn't it? It's a starter.
Honestly, great.
On a bit of a raw theme at the beginning. So I do a raw...
Ceviche,
for sure. So then you get a bit of the Mexican influence, the South American food. Little octopus salad like we had in Portugal. That charred octopus. That's stunning. One of the dishes is a seafood linguine. Again, little nod to Europe.
Yeah, and dessert, what are you going for?
Dessert, I'm going for Viennetta.
Oh,
that's great.
That's class act.
Because that was the last time you had Viennetta.
I haven't had it in a long time.
Yeah,
it's
me neither.
great. Is it? Do you know what the crucial thing about a Viennetta is? You have to let it defrost.
For sure.
But you can't let it defrost too much.
Yeah, because then there's
one moment
in the middle
there's
where you
one moment to eat the Viennetta, and you have to get it just right.
Yeah.
If you have it just before, you get a little bit frosty.
Yeah.
Too late, sloppy.
Yeah, because you don't want, when you're there and you cut through it, you don't want the chocolate waves in the middle of it to be resistant.
Correct. You almost want them to crack.
Crack a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're just before the verge of melting.
Mate,
is that,
what a dish that is.
Yeah, that is top. That is top. And
I
then easy
really
peelers on
enjoy the
side.
fact that they just bring them out in boxes and just chop them up at the table.
Yeah. No. You know what as well? Just because you live and let live. Everyone gets a Viennetta to themselves. You can have as much or as little as you want.
Nice.
I ain't risking someone not having enough Viennetta for their liking.
I might just go full Mexican. Across the board, I think it might be the best cuisine in the world.
I, as not a foodie, can't judge that.
I think it's sensational. I think it's unbelievable.
It's great.
It's got a variation on everything. It's brilliant. So maybe I'll just do a big Mexican parlor.
Also, lots of fun games.
Piñata, yeah. Amazing. With golf clubs.
Yeah. And what falls out? Titleist Pro V1s. Before we go, I feel like we have to talk about this video that I just happened to see on X or Twitter.
Did you see this on your For You or your following?
For You. Is the guy who created a Lego project that cost him $200,000 and 2 marriages. I didn't even read that.
This is my Lego Star Wars Battle of Geonosis mock. A full motorized
That's
droid
mental.
factory.
He's got actual mechanics in it. That's mental, though. That is crazy. As in the whole
He's got
labyrinth of it.
Oh, sorry, he's got an elevator.
And this is what, like a battlefield that he's recreated from Star Wars.
There's a
theatre room. He's created his own theatre room.
The iPad.
With an iPad. I also bet he's got his Legoland driving license as well.
Oh yeah.
Have you got yours?
No.
You've not got your Legoland driving license?
Legoland.
You've never been to Legoland?
I've never been Legoland.
Legoland Windsor, you've never been?
No.
Mate, that might be the only driving license you get. Maybe we need to head down there and get you.
Go down
you
there,
won't
mate.
fit in a car nowadays, I don't think. But it's
Okay.
quite cool. It's the first driving license I got.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, I've never been Legoland.
You've never been to Legoland?
Only ever been Thorpe Park and Disneyland. That's it. That was it for this week. Oh, just another week of just chit-chatting. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoy your Lego back home.
We've both got big things coming up. I mean, it's a big season.
John, appreciate you. I'll see you at the Champions Dinner.
Amazing.
And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.